The Philippines is known for its beautiful islands, its warm people, and its rich culture. But what many do not realize is that Filipinos have also changed the world through incredible inventions, ideas, and creations that touched billions of lives across the planet. These are not small contributions. These are breakthroughs that shaped history, from everyday household items to life-saving discoveries and to massive technologies that the world depends on today. Once you discover what came from the minds of Filipinos, you will never look at the Philippines the same way again. One of the most famous Filipino inventions is the karaoke machine. It may sound simple, but it transformed entertainment forever. In 1975, Roberto del Rosario, a Filipino inventor, created what he called the sing-along system. People could play music with lyrics displayed on a screen and sing with a microphone. The idea spread across the world, and karaoke bars became a global phenomenon. Today, karaoke is part of celebrations in Asia, America, Europe, and beyond. It has connected families and friends and inspired an entire culture of music lovers, and it all started in the Philippines. Another world-changing Filipino invention is the video phone, first created by Gregorio Zara in 1955. Zara was a scientist who developed a two-way communication system that allowed people to see each other while talking on the phone, a concept that was decades ahead of its time, before FaceTime, before Zoom, before Skype. Zara had already imagined and built the technology the world now depends on: video calls to connect with family, business, and education, but its roots trace back to a Filipino mind. When we talk about global impact, we cannot forget the fluorescent lamp. Many people believe it was invented in the United States, but in reality, it was improved and patented by a Filipino, Agapito Flores, in the 1940s. Flores created a lighting system that was more efficient than the ordinary bulb and cheaper to use. His fluorescent lamp lit up homes, schools, and streets across the world, and today, billions of people still depend on this invention. Another Filipino who shaped history is Fe del Mundo, the first woman admitted to Harvard Medical School and a pioneer in medicine. She created an incubator made from bamboo that saved the lives of countless premature babies in rural communities where modern equipment was not available. Her invention was cheap, simple, and life-saving. Millions of babies around the world owe their survival to the mind of a Filipino woman. The Philippines has also contributed to the field of transportation with Eduardo San Juan, the Filipino engineer who worked on the lunar rover vehicle used by NASA in the Apollo missions in the 1970s. San Juan helped design the vehicle that allowed astronauts to travel across the surface of the moon. Without him, humanity's exploration of the lunar surface would have been far more limited. It was a Filipino engineer who left a mark on space history. Another powerful invention from the Philippines is the medical saline solution in 1960. Dr. Abelardo Aguilar discovered erythromycin, an antibiotic that became one of the most important drugs in fighting bacterial infections. Aguilar's discovery saved millions of lives and was later developed into a commercial product by the pharmaceutical company Eli Lilly, though his contribution was not fully credited. At the time, his work remains one of the most important breakthroughs in modern medicine. Filipinos have also contributed to technology used by soldiers and first responders around the world. One invention was the moon buggy. Another was a kind of armored vehicle for defense and rescue missions. Filipino inventors have been constantly working to design technologies that improve safety, efficiency, and survival. Another invention that many people around the world use daily is the yo-yo. While it is now seen as a toy, it actually originated in the Philippines as a hunting weapon long before it became popular in the West. Filipinos used the yo-yo with sharp edges for hunting and defense. When it was later introduced to America, it was marketed as a toy, but its roots are deeply Filipino, and its influence spread worldwide, becoming part of childhood culture everywhere. Another global contribution is the jeepney. While not a high-tech invention, it became an icon of transportation after World War II. Filipinos transformed leftover military jeeps into colorful and efficient public vehicles, adding roofs, benches, and decorations. The jeepney became the king of the road in the Philippines, and a symbol of Filipino creativity and survival, and its influence has spread to other countries. Looking at it, you realize that necessity and resourcefulness can create something unique that moves millions every day. Another Filipino invention is the medical bamboo incubator, which became a model for many low-cost health devices around the world, showing how innovation does not always mean expensive machines, but sometimes the simplest materials can save lives. One of the most powerful yet lesser-known contributions is the erythromycin antibiotic discovered by Aguilar. This was a life-saving breakthrough, and it is a reminder that many Filipino scientists worked behind the scenes to give the world solutions to deadly diseases. Filipinos have also pioneered technologies in farming, food preservation, and even water power resources that made life better for countless people across Asia and beyond. One Filipino invented the first water-powered car concept. Daniel Dingle claimed to have created a vehicle that could run on water through hydrogen separation. Although his idea remained controversial, it was one of the earliest signs that Filipinos were thinking about renewable energy long before it became a global concern. Another Filipino scientist, Arturo Alcaraz, worked on geothermal energy, developing ways to harness the natural heat of the earth for electricity. His work helped the Philippines become one of the world leaders in geothermal energy, proving that innovation can power nations and help the environment. Filipinos also contributed to inventions like banana ketchup created by Maria Ilagan Orosa. During World War II, when tomatoes were scarce, she invented ketchup made from bananas, a product that is now enjoyed not only in the Philippines, but also in many parts of the world. Her creativity in food technology also led to canned goods and fortified foods that saved lives during wartime and beyond. When we look at Filipino inventions, we see a common theme. They are not just about technology, they are about survival, creativity, and improving life. They are inventions born from struggle, from limited resources, but transformed into global contributions, from space exploration to global medicine, from entertainment to everyday household needs. Filipinos have shaped the world in ways many do not realize. Imagine a world without karaoke, without video calls, without fluorescent lights, without life-saving incubators, without jeepneys, without antibiotics. Imagine the silence, the darkness, the lives lost and the opportunities missed. Yet because of Filipino minds, these things exist and continue to change lives. The world often overlooks these contributions, but they are proof that talent, genius, and innovation can come from anywhere. Even a small archipelago in Southeast Asia, the Philippines has always been underestimated. But history shows again and again that its people have ideas that can transform the world. The inventions of Filipinos prove that greatness is not limited by geography, wealth, or power. It is born from creativity, resilience, and vision. And as the Philippines continues to grow, more innovators will rise, more scientists, more engineers, more dreamers, and who knows, the next great invention that changes the world may once again come from Filipino hands, and when it does, the world will remember that from the islands of the Philippines came inventions that shaped history, touched lives, saved millions, and entertained billions. The story of Filipino inventions is not just about objects, it is about people, about how the human spirit can overcome challenges and create wonders that last forever. These are Filipino inventions that changed the world, and this is only the beginning.